Oh, Maddie, you need a ballot, don't you? Can you guys pass? Oh, right over here. Yep.
Alright, so, good afternoon. Okay, the topic of this debate will be the drinking age. 18 is the age of adulthood. It is the age for army entrance to vote, but you can't drink at this age. I believe that if you can take a bullet for the country or vote for the country's future, I don't see why grabbing a drink is a legal problem. The minimum legal drinking age, or the MLDA, is the most well-studied alcohol control policy in the United States. The intention of this policy is to lower alcohol use and its associated problems among youth. The current MLDA is set at 21 and should be lowered. The previous age was set at 18, and when it went up, ages through 20 didn't stop with it. Meaning drinking became more dangerous activity as had to be done in private. Allowing 18 to 20-year-olds to drink alcohol in regulated environments with supervision would decrease the unsafe drinking activity. With it being legal, teens don't have to do it over. Teens don't have to drink over because they're unaware of the next time they'll be given the opportunity to drink. And with drinking over, lowering the MLDA to 21 will reduce the number of underage people who are hurt from alcohol-related injuries or accidents due to the fear of legal consequences if they seek medical attention. 245 underage people die from alcohol poisoning a year as they are afraid to seek medical attention, as said in the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. And then, for the people that believe they're underage people shouldn't be drinking, there's also the psychological point in lowering the age. Lowering the MLDA from 21 to 18 will diminish the thrill of breaking the law to get a drink. If you compare other countries with lower drinking ages, you will find that they also have lower rates in this age category. And then looking at college students, 22% of all students under 21 are heavy drinkers, while only 18% of 21 or older people are heavy drinkers. Among drinkers only, 32% of underage are heavy, while 24% of legal are heavy drinkers. Also from the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. To conclude, the higher drinking age is taking away from the liberty and inevitably making the alcohol problem in the U.S. worse than if it would be lowered. I now look for cross-examination.
Just 1 minute, let me finish reading my.
Okay, so in your first affirmative constructed, you claimed that the United States once had their legal drinking age lowered, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand why the age was raised?
Yes.
How come?
They wanted to prevent drinking among the younger ages.
Yes, and would you say that that has been efficient?
No.
Okay. And then also you said that in other foreign countries, they can drink at a lower age. But are you aware that other foreign countries are known to binge drink more than our country?
No, I was not aware.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so before I start, I want to clear up the term, the MLDA, or minimum legal drinking age. It is the most well-studied alcohol control policy in the United States. The intention of this policy is to lower alcohol use and associated problems with among youth. So, the legal drinking age in the United States shouldn't be lowered to anything besides 21 years old. Research shows that the 21 minimum legal drinking age saves lives, prevents injuries, and protects still developing brains. Yet there are still people who think that the drinking age should be lowered, or even if not, underage drinking just isn't that big of a deal. Well, on April 14, 1982, President Reagan established the Presidential Commission Against Drunk Driving. This commission established 39 recommendations to curb that was perceived to be drunken driving epidemic. Taken together, the 39 recommendations were intended to be a comprehensive approach with the goal of reducing the number of alcohol-related deaths on the nation's highways. Recommendation number 8 concerned the minimum legal purchasing age and said that all states should raise the drinking age to 21, at least lose a certain percentage of federal highway dollars. Though the target of the Commission's recommendations was intended to be drunk driving across the adult population, the disproportionate amount of attention paid to establishing 21 as the national minimum drinking age shifted the nation's focus to young people's drinking. 2 years later, on July 17, 1984, after extensive lobbying from groups such as MADD, President Reagan signed the national minimum drinking age, effectively creating a national minimum drinking age of 21, which we have still today. So obviously there was a problem with drinking and driving, which is why we now have this law. On August 26, 2008, Verbeckmo stated, "There is now a substantial body of evidence showing that the raising in the minimum drinking age in 1984 directly resulted in reduced alcohol-related crashes, fatalities among young people, as well as deaths from suicide, homicide, non-vehicle, unintentional injuries. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, increasing the minimum drinking age to 21 is credited with having saved 18,220 lives on the nation's highway between 1975 and 1988. So, by us, by President Reagan signing into law that you have to be 21 years old, it saved over 18,220 lives. Other studies have found that it's responsible for a 19% net decrease in fatal crashes involving young drivers and is currently responsible for saving approximately 1,000 young lives a year. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration 2008 said 100 out of the 102 analysis, 90%, in a 2002 meta-study of the legal drinking age and traffic accidents found higher legal drinking ages associated with lower rates of traffic accidents. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimated that MLDA 21 decreased the number of fatal accidents for 18 to 12-year-olds by 13% and saved approximately 27,052 lives. Also, I have an article saying how drinking alcohol under the age of 20 actually damages the brain. The human brain grows into a person's early 20s. Drinking alcohol during that time can damage short and long-term brain growth that can be permanent. And it's not just heavy drinking that can have an impact on teens who drink half as much as adults and can suffer the same negative effects. Teens are more likely to suffer blackouts, memory loss, and alcohol poisoning from drinking, as well as cause damage to their ability to remember things in the future. All parts of the growing brain are impacted negatively by alcohol, but the memory function is especially hard hit. So in other countries that the legal drinking age is 18, they're getting their brain damaged. Also, on February 6, 2013, Jim Dryden wrote, "People who grew up in states where it was illegal to drink alcohol before age 21 are more likely to be binge drinkers later in their life," according to a study by researchers at Washington University of Medicine in St. Louis. The study shows that people who lived in states with lower minimum drinking age were more likely to consume more alcohol overall or to drink more frequently than those from states where the drinking age was 21. But when they did drink, they were more likely to drink heavily. So, if we lower the drinking age, more binge drinking will occur.
Do you
Can you define between drink?
Audience,
It's where you drink multiple drinks in a short amount of time.
So do you agree that by not letting them drink frequently, it increases the drinking a underage person will have in one sitting due to the fact they're unaware the next time they'll have the opportunity?
I do not agree with that.
Uh, and is there a legitimate connection between lowering the drinking age and drunken driving accidents?
Yes.
Even though you said that they mainly occur, the lowering was mainly occurred amongst the older age.
I do not see that. It's if they lower the age of alcohol to 18-year-olds who are like new to driving, that's already a danger.
Enough other questions.
all right, Adam, you have a 3-minute rebuttal.
Alright. So to the point of the decrease in the drinking age resulting in less car crashes. Since 1982, 2 years prior to the uniform drinking age establishing the MLDA at 21 from 18, the decline in drunk driving fatalities was already occurring and decreasing. Thus, can't really relate it straight to the lowering of the age, as was already previously happening. And going back to the point, alcohol poisoning rates and over drinking of underage have increased due to the fact of they had to overdo it because they can't do it on a frequent basis. I'd like to end my first rebuttal there.
Okay. So, as I stated before, President Reagan in 1984 raised the legal drinking age, obviously for a reason, because a lot of drunk driving was occurring. And by him doing this, it saved, in the time span of 1975 to 1998, it saved over 18,220 lives, which is approximately it's 1,000 lives each year. Also, like I said, alcohol damages the human brain if you're drinking it below the age of 20, and it has permanent effects, such as blackouts, memory loss, alcohol poisonings from drinking, and then I also have an article here from Matt, article from May 30th, 2007. It stated between 1970 and 1975, 29 states lowered their minimum drinking age. Meanwhile, 13 states kept their legal age at 21. Researchers found that a marked increase in alcohol-teen car crashes in the states with reductions. Once the 21 age was restored, alcohol-involved highway crashes immediately declined in this age group. So obviously we can see a correlation when the age was raised, it stopped car crashes, like drunk driving accidents. Also, Alexander C. Wagner made a Gallup poll in 2007 and found that 77% of Americans would oppose a federal law that lowers the drinking age in all states to age 18. Numerous states and national surveys dating from the 1970s, when states were raising the legal drinking age, through the present have shown overwhelming public support for the MLDA minimum legal drinking age of 21. Also, like I said before, people, like when Jim Dryden wrote, people who grew up in states where it was legal to drink alcohol before age 21 are more likely to be binge drinkers in their lives. And that's why in Europe right now there's more binge drinkers who drink like multiple drinks at the same time. So, in conclusion, research shows that the 21 minimum legal drinking age saves lives, prevents injuries, and protects still developing brains. So why make things worse when you can wait a few more years to have a drink? I'm done.
To start this rebuttal, I'd just like to restate my points from the constructive. Allowing 18-year-olds to 20-year-olds to drink in regulated environments with supervision would keep or decrease unsafe drinking activity. Lowering the age from 21 to 18 would reduce the number of people who couldn't go seek medical attention due to the fact that there would be more legal action against them if they were to seek medical attention. And lowering it from 21 to 18 would psychologically prevent underage people from the 18 to 20 range or go to drinking as much as they do. So we're taking this out. If there is any problem with them, it'll help them not get damaged due to the drinking, and could overall help prevent them from going for it in the first place.